What's up, everybody? Good late afternoon or early evening. First of all, we will be streaming tonight on this channel at about 8 o'clock with the Hawks Nest. Going to do our San Fran preview stream. Obviously, I know that people are not exactly in a good place thinking about this game right now, and I understand that we also played this team 2 weeks ago, so there isn't necessarily anything new to talk about, but we're still going to make it a show. So come on by tonight, and me and Brandon will say whatever needs to be said about this game tonight. But before we get there, we have another injury report today, so let's take a look. It's a little bit better than it was yesterday, but I still don't really know what to expect when we get to game day. So Brady Henderson has the latest, and to break it down, quite simply, we did reduce the problem of players not practicing, but I'm not completely convinced that means everything that we want it to mean yet. So let's go step by step here. 3 players did not practice, and at this point, if a player isn't practicing, you have to be at least a little concerned. Jordan Brooks leads the way, and I already said I don't expect him to play, so that doesn't surprise me. Trey Brown, however, that's 2 straight days. Maybe there is something going on here that was a little more serious than initially indicated. I don't know. Trey Brown at this point is kind of sort of a veteran, so him missing practice time is not the end of the world. But I definitely do look at this and go, there might be something a little more serious here. We'll find out more tomorrow, but I think it's time to be a little bit concerned about Trey Brown. And Eskridge was back on the DNP list, which is really weird because yesterday he was a full participant. So I don't know what to say about it anymore. We all know that Eskridge is very, very injury prone. We all know he's kind of made of glass, but there's playing into the meme at this point. I mean, it's basically just like, yeah, we're gonna have him get hurt walking out onto the field. We're gonna have him get hurt walking to the vending machine in the locker room. It's getting a little out of control here. So I don't know what to think anymore. But I guess the answer with a guy like Eskridge is just, hey, if he's there for the game, then great, but don't count on it. Don't ever count on it because you never know what you're going to get with Eskridge. But yeah, DNP, at this point, I would assume that something went in the wrong direction. Okay. We've got a slew of limited participants in practice this week. Today, rather, excuse me. 7 of them. Obviously, if you're limited in practice now, you'll probably be good for the game. But in the case of some of these players, I'm not so sure because of the nature of the injuries that landed them here in the first place. So let's take a look. Zach Charbonnet was limited, which is great news. That one I actually feel okay about. That one I'm actually encouraged by. The fact that he went from a DNP to an LP means he's probably going to be able to go on Sunday, which is actually kind of a big deal because we also have Ken Walker here limited, his first practice in a few weeks here. I'm not convinced that this is a green light for him to play on Sunday. I think we need to see a little bit more over an extended period of time before we feel good about Walker. It just has the feeling of an injury that's going to be a little more time coming back. I don't know though. It is definitely good news that he's limited today. He is headed in the right direction. I'm just not convinced that it means, oh, he's going to play now. Charbonnet, I'm more likely to believe it because he just got injured last week. So the fact that he's now practicing already indicates that, oh, it hurt, and now it doesn't hurt so much. Jamal Adams limited with his knee injury. That's obviously a good sign. The nature of Jamal Adams this year with his injury that he's trying to work through means that you can never be sure until you get to game day. Like, you have to believe that the team will err on the side of caution with Adams because of his injury. But if he's limited on Thursday, I do expect him to probably play on Sunday. So I think we're going to get Jamal Adams. Leonard Williams limited also, which is good news. Obviously means he's trending the right way to play. And I mean, we need it. We need it. We need it very, very badly. So that's very encouraging. We also had limited participation from Anthony Bradford and Abe Lucas, which doesn't come as a big surprise. They're both obviously working through things. I wonder if Lucas is going to be load managed the rest of the season with Peters, or if he's ever going to just get get the weights taken off of him, and he just gets to go. So the Bradford thing is obviously a bummer. I really want him at 100% so we can see what he can do. And we had a new name on the limited participation list, Geno Smith, with a groin injury. So I don't know where that came from. It was not mentioned yesterday. That's that's not something that you like going into this game against probably the best front four in football. You don't like hearing that your quarterback has a groin injury. So I definitely don't feel too good about that one. Definitely not feeling super encouraged by hearing this. And maybe this is just going to be one of those things that goes away by tomorrow. It was just a 1 day thing. But for the moment, Geno Smith is listed as a limited participant with a groin injury. And while I don't think he's in danger of missing the game, he does not need anything else to work through other than the issues of playing in this offense. So I would say that Walker and Adams, I'll believe it when I see it tomorrow. But the rest of these guys probably going to be good. Charbonnet, Williams, Bradford, Lucas, Geno. I imagine they'll all at least play. And then we had 3 full participants. Good news for Evan Brown. He was a full go. Um, some people I think will be a little disappointed that we won't get an opportunity to see Oluwatimi. But Evan Brown looks like good to go. Jake Bobo's also full to go. Not terribly surprising. He's clearly working through some minor issues that are probably not going to go away this season. And finally, we have Derek Young, again, a full participant. Means he's probably good to go for Sunday because that's 2 in a row, and he's been practicing on and off for a couple weeks now. The 49ers injury report actually is basically identical to yesterday, if not a little bit worse. And I've been informed by a couple of people in my comment section that Eric Armstead is expected to miss this game now, and he's another DNP today, so that actually tracks. So Eric Armstead probably not playing against the Seahawks this weekend. Spencer Burford, at this point, I think it's reasonable to conclude that he's probably not going to play. Ross Dwelley, their backup tight end, 2 missed practices in a row, at least worth wondering about. And then you've got Darrell Luter, hamstring, Ray McLeod, rib injury, Elijah Mitchell with a knee. This is Thursday. It's at least somewhat significant. These guys aren't even practicing at all yet. Obviously, Trent Williams is just rest because he's so old that he needs the extra rest. But the rest of these guys, there's at least a little bit of potential they don't go. And I will take what I can get right now because it's going to take a monumental swing of some kind to win this weekend. So I will take what I can get where I can get it. And that's it for the injury report for both teams. We definitely have it a little bit worse, but by game day, that could change. We could end up having a lot of these guys. And San Fran, if they don't have any of these guys outside of course, Trent Williams, that's fairly significant. And again, we got to take what we can get. All right, I will see you guys later. Go Hawks. Like I said, streaming tonight with the Hawks Nest. Might do a little bit of power wash on Twitch afterwards. And if I do, I will see you then. But either way, onward and upward.